What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video on overcoming retroactive jealousy. My name is Matt, and in this video, we're going to be talking about running towards our retroactive jealousy, not hiding from our RJ. Before we begin, if you could just take a quick moment, go ahead and smash the like button. That'll help with YouTube's algorithm, get this video out to more people and support this channel's growth. And also subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. So this idea of running towards our retroactive jealousy as opposed to running away from it is something that I wish I knew when I first started suffering, because all problems in life, we sometimes tend to run from them, right? As far as on an emotional level, running from our problems is almost the natural thing to do. This doesn't make me feel good, so I'm running away from it, right? I got to do some compulsive behavior. I've got to, sit in this room, do this, do that until all this goes away. And with retroactive jealousy, we can't do that. So with retroactive jealousy, we really have to face the problem head on. And that's really the key to beating this thing, is like knowing what you got to do and doing it no matter how crappy you feel, putting in the steps every single day. When these intrusive thoughts come up, understand that exploring these thoughts, getting wrapped up in them, is going to do you more harm than good. So you face it, you face the emotion. You face the emotion without compulsing, without doing any compulsive behavior. You face them, you feel the pain, it sucks. You feel your brain go, no, but I gotta explore this. No, but I gotta figure this out. No, but I gotta have all the answers. Well, what if this happens and I'm not prepared for it? What if that happens? You feel all that. You take a breath and you refocus your thoughts. So you take a breath and you say, I'm okay. I don't need this. And then you let it go and focus on something else. And that's really facing this head on, because you're not giving into it. You're not creating more problems for yourself. You're not making it grow. You're cutting off this neural pathway of this thought. And that's really the idea, is these thoughts have become our default thought, right? Our neural pathways for these jealous thoughts have strengthened. So it's all we think about. It's all we think about. It's like when you're in love for the first time, or you meet someone really, really special. For the first month or two of a relationship, that person is all you ever think about, right? Anything you look at reminds you of that person. They're like that default thought. And that's what this retroactive jealousy is. It's our default thought. But once it stops becoming our default thought, guess what? We can think about other things. It doesn't come up as much. It's a very freeing experience, and that's the idea. But we can't get there by running from it. We can't get there by locking ourselves in the room and thinking it over and trying to rationalize it and saying, oh, I don't feel well, and skipping work and skipping hanging out with friends and putting our life on hold because we think just over time it's going to go away. So let me, or if I just think something to rationalize everything, it's going to go away. Or if I just watch more videos or read more books, it's just going to go away. And doing that stuff like that, thinking that this is how it's going to work, it's not going to work for you. Overcoming retroactive jealousy has to do a lot with just getting on with your life and getting on with your day and sucking it up and saying, this sucks. I don't feel good today, but I'm going to step towards my day, not live my life in fear, and do it anyway. And sometimes it almost feels like you're robotic, almost like you're just going through the motions because your emotions are not on your side. You probably feel super anxious while you're doing things. But that's all part of the process. That's all part of this idea that the more we just continue on normally with our lives, the more we're going to tell our brain and teach our brain that, oh, okay, there's really no reason to throw this anxiety in the system right now. There's really no reason to do all this. Look, Matt is going through his days, going through his motions, and he's fine. He hasn't died. Nothing's happened to him. So I can, stop a lot of this anxiety. I don't need to release so much adrenaline. And again, over time, it stops. And I've said this before in videos. It's like any fear in life. It's like a fear of heights, for instance. The first time you go up in a very, very tall building and you look down, it don't feel good, okay? When you're afraid of heights, it don't feel good at all. The second time you do it and you look down, it don't feel good. The third time you go up there and you look down, it doesn't feel good. But wait, the fourth time you go up, you look down, it's not as bad. And the fifth time, yeah, that's not so bad. And 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, pretty soon, you're unfazed. And that's just your brain not releasing the adrenaline, because your brain's saying, oh, Matt's been up on this high place looking down for so much, so many different times, nothing bad's happened to him, so I don't need to release this adrenaline. Same concept with retroactive jealousy. If we just go about our days, don't get caught up in these thoughts, just keep doing it no matter how crappy we feel. Face our days, go on, do everything we would do as if we were not suffering from retroactive jealousy. If we can do that, our brain catches on and says, oh, I don't need to release this adrenaline. Oh, I don't need to, continuing to make him feel anxious. Nothing's happening to him. He's going through these days each and every day and he's fine. But that has to do with facing your days, facing your retroactive jealousy, taking the problem and facing it head on, not running from triggers, not running from your life, not running from anything, doing everything you would normally do as if you don't have retroactive jealousy. Even though it sucks, even though your anxiety is very high, even though it doesn't feel good, even though you really don't want to, you do it anyway. And over time, it's going to stop. Over time, your brain's going to go, oh, he's not in danger. Oh, he's thought all these thoughts. He's done all these things, but nothing's happening to him. I can release, or I can save some of this adrenaline. I don't have to release so much. And that's huge, but it's very big when it comes to overcoming RJ. So once I learned this idea that I just need to face my days, I just need to live my life normally the way I always would and just face this thing head on, not hide anymore, not call off from work, not lock myself in a room and try to think my way out. The minute I did that, things got so much better for me. And it took a little bit. It wasn't instant. It took a little bit of time, but things started getting better. And before I knew it, I would start waking up and the pain would be a little bit less. Next day, the pain would be a little bit less. Next day, pain would be a little bit less. And I remember one day I woke up and I started going about my day doing things and I realized, well, something's different. And I realized, geez, I haven't had any anxious thoughts. And then I started thinking on purpose these different thoughts that used to bother me. And I'm going, geez, I'm thinking about them, but I don't feel anything. I feel okay. And that was me overcoming jealousy. Overcoming the retroactive jealousy, overcoming these thoughts. And that's the thing. When you have no adrenaline attachment to these thoughts, your brain will focus on something else. I like to say your brain will find other problems to focus on, like, oh, I need to pay the bill. Oh, I need to do this, because your brain's always looking for problems. But when these retroactive jealousy thoughts are no longer the problem, when there's no longer adrenaline attached to them, your brain does not default to think about them. So that's where you will get to, as long as you just face your days head on, do what you need to do, take a breath, understand it's not going to feel good, not necessarily feel good the whole day, but you will make it through the day. And every single day you make it through to the end, that you didn't let the RJ completely take over, is a victory for you. And after a few victories in a row, it's only a matter of time until you overcome this thing. I promise you that. So if you like this video, guys, please just take a fraction of a second, go ahead and smash the like button. That'll help with the algorithm on YouTube, get this video out to more people that really need to see it. Subscribe to the channel also if you're not done so already. Checking out my stats again, I got like 70% of people watching the videos are not subscribed. So if you want to become subscribed to the channel, get notified of when new videos are released, things like that, please do so. I'd really, really greatly appreciate it. And of course, please check the links in the description below for my coaching programs, my courses, and also the free Facebook group that is available for you. So thank you again so much for joining me, everybody, and we'll see you in the next video.